I think I might cry now.
I know, I see you.
Hey, Matt Smith here, Matt Smith Real Estate Group. We're here for another fireside chat. In this one, we have a very special guest, Mrs. Maggie. Maggie, say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Maggie, so glad you could be here. We were just kind of chatting before we started recording, and you and I have talked about this over the years, right? We've talked about this multiple times, but I'm just gonna go right into it. So how has real estate impacted your life?
So, first of all, real estate has absolutely impacted my life, but I kind of want to switch the question a little bit.
Okay.
Because without the team, I really couldn't say that. Well, I'm not sure if it would actually have impacted my life the way it has, but
What do you mean by that?
the team is the culture and the support system and the people that are within our team that have pushed me to become, a far better person than I was coming into this career. That's definitely what has impacted my life.
Very cool. That makes my heart happy. I'm happy to hear that. Well, you're an amazing contributor to the culture, and I love having you around most of the time.
Most of the time.
Just kidding. Love having you around. You're an amazing contributor to the culture, and you are definitely helping enhance the culture. And so appreciate you for that. And I love that that is what stands out the most to you. That reminds me of something. I remember, like, you had been with the team 2 weeks or so, right? Like you were just a baby into real estate and to the team. And we were in a team meeting with, 30, 40 people on in person and on Zoom in a meeting. And you said, can I step in and say something? You wanted to speak about culture and how it's already stood out to you. And I remember that because it is very, very hard for new people to feel comfortable enough to speak up. And for you to do that, I knew it had to be very pressing on your heart. You want to share a little bit about that story?
Sure. I was definitely sweating when I did it. Don't get me wrong. I was very nervous, but we were going into the forget the numbers meeting, and I remember going into that Tuesday team meeting and really pumped to go over the numbers and see where everyone was at because it was so motivating, and it's still so motivating even now. But I remember you were saying, nope, we're not doing numbers today, and I remember being like, oh, dang it. But I still remember to this day, it's definitely one of my favorite meetings that we've ever had. And you were just speaking on culture, and other people were speaking on culture and what the team has done for their lives. And so I just found it important to kind of show what an outsider's view was, because at the time, obviously when I was getting into real estate, I wasn't on the team. And it hit me so hard seeing how important culture was to you guys. And I remember even back then thinking that something like that didn't exist, that I would never find something like that. And I just wanted to kind of speak up in that meeting and say, I remember literally after my interview going to my advisor in college, because I was still in classes at the time, and saying, nope, I've found my career. And I dropped out that same day, kind of banking on getting a job, but thank God it worked out.
I love it. So for the people watching, what parts of that meeting stood out to you? Like culture, like is a buzzword, right? But what really spoke to you that made you feel like you needed to share in front of strangers at the time, right? Of how important that meeting was to you and the culture that we had built and what we had discussed, how that really impacted you. Like what stands out in your memory from that?
Honestly, probably that first, what you said when we first started the meeting, and you were just like, nope, we're not going over numbers today, because anyone in this team knows that our Tuesday team meetings are what we basically are outlined for the entire week, what our focuses are and things like that. And so it is so prominent that culture truly is important to you, that you were willing to kind of just, make sure that everyone is truly aware that culture is the number one thing over sales. And personally, that's what was like, wow, he means what he says.
Sure, and it's Thank you for that. And there's a lot of people, like I said, culture is a buzzword, right? There's a lot of people that think that they talk about culture and how it's important, and I think they truly mean it. But I don't think a lot of people understand it on the depth of how we practice it here.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are the #1 team in the state of Missouri. But it's because of our culture.
100%.
And because we always put culture over sales. And there's several times since that meeting that we've had the forget the numbers meetings.
Yeah.
Is we just need to have a family discussion basically.
Yeah.
And we need to get back to our principles, back to our values, because that's what truly is important. And that's what all of our team members deserve. And that's what all of our clients deserve and our community deserves, because the numbers are a byproduct of us acting in our core values and principles all day, every day.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I think the best part of us truly focusing in on that is you can't fake the culture. You have to be that within and outside of the company. It has to be through and through, or sometimes it's just not a match.
Yeah, yeah, and we're not for everyone, right?
Yeah.
And we're fine with that. But we want to attract the people that are looking. We're looking for the people that are looking for us.
Exactly.
Right. And we're not a great fit for everyone. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? But there has to be alignment somewhere, right? And we just have to make sure we always protect the culture. And so, speaking of culture, what is your favorite core value here?
Definitely relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you guys are my family. Seriously. I know.
Don't start crying.
Oh, don't tempt me with a good time. But definitely relationships. I mean, the people within this company, when I say that my life is completely transformed from when I first started, I truly mean that. Mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, I could go on and on.
That's amazing. I think I might cry now.
I know. I see you. I'm trying to look over at the sign and not look at you.
That's exactly why I say it internally a lot is that our core focus here is changing lives. And that's an example of what I mean, is that by focusing on our culture, by focusing on bringing in the right people, by following our proven process to make sure the clients get the service they deserve, we're able to not only impact their lives, but also the lives of people on our team. And to truly have an impact on your life in a positive direction in so many different facets, that's what gets me out of bed and why I do what I do every day. Absolutely. And so I just appreciate you being a part of this, and thank you for all you do. So Maggie, if there's someone watching this right now and they're like, wow, that sounds like my tribe. They said they're looking for people that are looking for us. We are hiring right now, right? We're looking for the right people that are a good fit. And so if someone is out there watching, what advice would you give them about our culture, or inspire and motivate them to go ahead and take the leap to reach out? What would you tell them?
I would basically tell them to take the risk. I definitely did, and it was the best thing I ever did, so.
Yeah, so take the leap. We're here to help and support. We're not, we can't do the work for you, right? But we can absolutely have a proven process that has duplicated over and over and over and had an impact on so many people's lives that I'm not ready to stop yet. And so if you're looking for a great culture, you're looking for a great company, please click the link below, apply within, reach out to me, reach out to Maggie. We would love to have a conversation about what it's all about to see if it's a good fit for you. So if this story spoke to you, and if you are curious about the world of real estate, maybe what real estate can offer you, your family, your future, or you're interested to hear more about Matt Smith Real Estate Group and what we can offer as a team, we would love an opportunity to have that conversation with you. We are always growing and always looking for the right people that are looking for us. We are culture first. We can help you create freedom, both time freedom and financial freedom, through proven processes that has propelled us to be the #1 team in the state of Missouri. And we are looking for great people to join this organization. So click the link below if that is you.